got some really incredible news from the NBA in terms of Becky Hammon. She becomes the first female to head coach an NBA game after Spurs head coach Gregg Popovich, Father Popovich, was ejected from the game. And the reason why he got ejected was because he received a technical foul and was ejected from the game with 3 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the second quarter after arguing with a ref over a non-call as his team was trailing the Lakers 52 to 41. And here's what Becky Hammons had to say about the situation. Now, obviously, it's a big deal. It's a substantial moment. I've been a part of this organization. I got traded here in 2007, so I've been in San Antonio and part of the Spurs and the sports organization with the Stars and everything for 13 years. So I have a lot of time invested, and they have a lot of time invested in me and building me and getting me better. End quote. And this was written by Dave McManaman, ESPN staff writer. So Amari, I'll start with you first because I think this is a long overdue thing. So obviously, congratulations to Becky Hammons for this incredible feat.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, I'm going to start right there. Congratulations to Becky Hammons on becoming the first ever female coach to kind of head coach an NBA game. She's not officially a head coach. Obviously, it's still Greg Popovich, and she's an assistant coach. But again, I mean, congratulations for her being the first ever woman to head coach a game. And I want to point out they did lose to the Lakers 121 to 107, but still the efforts are still there. And I mean, she's getting a lot of attention. I think even though the Lakers won that game, she won the night. You see, there's been a lot of female coaches, especially in like college, like especially college women's sports, and they're in the basketball Hall of Fame because of their efforts as a head coach for females. Now, here's the thing, okay? I believe there should be definitely more female head coaches in the league, and the reason why I say that is because you're head coaching a team. You're very smart when it comes to head coaching a team. Like I know a lot of females right now, especially retired WNBA players who are very smart. Like Lisa Leslie is a very smart player. When Sue Bird retires, I expect her to be a coach. Um, I'm trying to think. Candace Parker is a very intelligent woman, and so Becky Hammons, she's another intelligent woman, another intelligent coach, and I feel like these are male stars. Obviously, they're showcasing their abilities and their talents on the court. But you know what? Knowledge is still knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Despite what type of body it comes out of, whether it's a male or a female. Hell, I know females on TV that are smarter than us when it comes to the sport. So I mean, with that being said, it doesn't matter as a head coach. I don't think it matters, or even if a lady wants to play in a male sport, I really don't think it matters like what body you come from, whether it's a male body or a female body. I believe
Right.
that if your mind is good enough to coach an NBA team, I believe you should do it. And I believe Becky Hammons is a very smart female coach. I mean,
Right.
I bet her the players that she works for, I bet they have nothing but good things to say about her. I mean, because think about it this way: not only do you work for one of the most luxurious franchises in basketball, which is the San Antonio Spurs, you work for one of the greatest head coaches in NBA history, in Greg Popovich. You don't think Greg Popovich had any saying in hiring Becky Hammons as an assistant coach?
Right.
He absolutely that's more of his team than anything else. So with that being said, for Greg Popovich to put you as the next man up or the next woman up to head coach a game if something happens with him, that is really something right there. That is very high unknown praises from a guy like Greg Popovich, and that is something that she should be very honored by. And this came the game where Greg Popovich he got ejected in the game, and Becky Hammons came in and she ended up taking over the role for coaching. And so, with that being said, I mean, I give her nothing but credit and nothing, and I mean, the efforts are definitely there, and I absolutely see them. And so, with that being said, congratulations to her.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to say I think female coaches should be a thing in all sports. I mean, it's all started off with the NFL. In with the 49ers. I forgot her name. I think you know who I'm talking about. She's like
Yeah,
the yeah. She's not only a female, but I think she's lesbian in the process. I don't know. I could be wrong. You guys can correct me in the comments if so. I also read a report before we started filming today that the Boston Red Sox are actually going to hire a female coach but that hasn't been officially confirmed yet. So but yeah, I mean it's you can really start to see the evolving of like the 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 male and female coaching. Like I think female should be like you said, I feel like female should be given a shot at coaching. You know, if they got the mind, if they got the mindset to do it, if they're smart enough to do it, give them a chance. You know, like how do you know if they're gonna be bad if you don't give them a shot? You know, and like you said, it really shouldn't matter whether if you're a male or a female, how you come out. You know what I mean? If you, like you said, you got the mind, you got the knowledge, and obviously a plus is that if you played the sport, and give it a
Right.
shot. You know what I mean? Like,
And
like everybody says, how do you know if they're gonna be good or bad if you don't give it a shot?
that
Um,
female, oh, sorry to cut you off, but that female coach that you were talking about for the Niners, that assistant coach, her name is Katie Sowers.
yeah, yeah, thank you. I think she's from Rhode Island too, so shout out to her. Anyway, yeah, so I mean, I don't think it just should be an NBA thing. I think it should just be a sports thing, period. I think because you don't really see a lot of female coaches, but that's starting to become a little more common now in all sports. Like I said, football kind of started, the NFL kind of started that trend. Baseball shifting into the front office managers. The Marlins hired Kim Neg as the first female general manager for a professional sports team, I believe. Um, and the NFL obviously started it with her being the assistant head coach. Oh, not the assistant head coach, assistant coach. And now and now we actually have NBA, a female in Becky Hammond's actually coaching a game, which I think is a huge step, and it's a long overdue thing. And I give her nothing but credit and nothing but respect for her.
Right, and just to follow up, well, first Katie Sowers, she's from Heston. I think she's from Heston, Kansas. I think it is.
Yeah, I think she graduated from Rhode Island or something like that. I remember
But
reading about.
with that being said, I mean, this doesn't just go with sports. This goes with everything,
Right,
especially when you're hiring
absolutely.
someone. You want to hire the person that is best for the job. You don't want to hire, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to hire the strongest man. You don't want to hire the tallest man.
The
I'm saying the
best
fast.
looking
That's not what you're.
man.
Right, exactly. That's not what you want to hire the best person for that job. And there has been many females who have definitely been the best person for a specific job and they never got the opportunity to do it. And honestly, it annoys me sometimes because like it's the same thing with like a lot of, if we're going to these types of topics, it's the same thing with a lot of like African American and black men and black women and everything like that. They don't get the opportunity that they so rightfully deserve. You can have there could be a man who played in the NFL. He had like some type of like assistant coaching experience, but they'll never give him a head coaching job. And I don't want to say it's because he's black, but like there's not a lot of black head coaches in the NFL.
Right.
So going back to the women, they have the brain to. Becky Hammons, for example, she has the knowledge. She has the right. She has the brain to coach an NBA team. But again, like you said, you're absolutely 100% right. How do you know until you give it a chance?
Absolutely.
And honestly, I think there's a lot of NBA teams who are probably going to end up struggling. I think that, but I think once they decide like we're going to fire this person or fire that person or fire this head coach, I think she'll definitely be like a front runner to head coach. And I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna make this prediction right now. I think she's going to be a head coach for a different team next year. And I
Yeah,
think she'll become the first
that'd be
ever.
that would be really really cool to see.
Yeah, I think she'll probably become the first ever official female head coach in the NBA. But until that time, congratulations to Becky Hammonds. We definitely seen your efforts; they are not ignored, and we definitely see how smart and intelligent you are, and just keep up the good work.
Much respect to you.